Lesson: Digital Signatures and E-Contracts for Compliance. Digital signatures and e-contracts have emerged as integral components of modern compliance and risk management frameworks, offering organizations the tools necessary to mitigate contract-related risks effectively. These technologies not only enhance the efficiency of contract execution, but also ensure authenticity, integrity, and non-repudiation, which are critical for compliance with legal and regulatory standards. The use of digital signatures and e-contracts in compliance frameworks is underpinned by various practical tools and frameworks that facilitate their implementation and management. At the core of digital signatures is the concept of cryptographic technology, which ensures the authenticity and integrity of digital communications. A digital signature is a mathematical scheme for verifying the authenticity of digital messages or documents. This is achieved through asymmetric cryptography, which involves a pair of keys: a private key, kept secret by the signer, and a public key, shared with anyone who needs to verify the signature. When a document is signed digitally, a unique digital fingerprint or hash is created. This hash is then encrypted using the signer's private key, forming the digital signature. For verification, the recipient uses the signer's public key to decrypt the signature and compare it with the hash generated from the received document. If the hashes match, the document is verified as authentic and untampered. E-contracts, on the other hand, are electronic agreements created and signed in a digital format. They encompass a broad range of digital interactions, from simple click-through agreements to complex multi-party contracts. E-contracts provide the flexibility and efficiency of digital transactions, reducing the time and cost associated with traditional paper-based contracts. They also enhance compliance by ensuring that all parties have access to the same document, eliminating discrepancies often found in paper contracts. In addition, e-contracts facilitate better record-keeping and auditing processes, as they can be stored and managed easily in digital formats. Implementing digital signatures and e-contracts requires a structured approach, often guided by established frameworks and standards. One such framework is the public key infrastructure, which provides the foundational architecture for managing digital certificates and encryption keys in a secure manner. PKI ensures the secure exchange of information over the Internet, supporting the issuance, revocation, and management of digital certificates that underpin digital signatures. Organizations can leverage PKI to establish trust and verify the identities of parties involved in e-contracts, thereby ensuring compliance with legal and regulatory requirements. The practical implementation of digital signatures and e-contracts involves several key steps. Firstly, organizations must select a reliable digital signature service provider that complies with international standards such as the EIDAS regulation for electronic identification and trust services in the EU or the eSign Act in the United States. These providers offer platforms that integrate with existing business systems, enabling seamless digital signing and management of contracts. A case study of Adobe Sign, a leading digital signature service, demonstrates its integration capabilities with platforms like Microsoft Office and Salesforce, allowing users to sign documents directly within these applications, thereby streamlining workflow processes. Once a provider is selected, organizations should implement robust authentication mechanisms to ensure that only authorized individuals can sign documents. Multi-factor authentication is a widely recommended practice, adding an extra layer of security by requiring users to verify their identity through additional means, such as a one-time code sent to a mobile device. This mitigates the risk of unauthorized access and enhances the overall security of the digital signing process. Moreover, organizations should establish clear policies and procedures for the use of digital signatures and e-contracts. These policies should outline the types of documents eligible for digital signing, the roles and responsibilities of signatories, and the process for handling disputes or errors. Training programs are essential to ensure that all employees involved in the contract management process understand these policies and can effectively use the tools and technologies available to them. In addition to internal policies, organizations must also ensure compliance with external regulations and standards. For instance, the General Data Protection Regulation in the EU imposes strict requirements on the processing and storage of personal data, which can affect how digital signatures and e-contracts are managed. Compliance with GDPR requires organizations to implement appropriate technical and organizational measures to protect personal data involved in digital transactions, such as encryption and access controls. One of the key benefits of digital signatures and e-contracts is their ability to provide a clear audit trail, which is invaluable for compliance and risk management. Digital signatures inherently create a record of the signing process, including timestamps, IP addresses, and user identities, which can be used to verify the authenticity and integrity of a document. This audit trail facilitates compliance audits and investigations, providing clear evidence of contractual agreements and the actions taken by each party. Beyond compliance, digital signatures and e-contracts also offer significant efficiency gains. A study by Forrester Consulting found that organizations using digital signature solutions reduced their document turnaround time by 80% and achieved a return on investment of over 300% within 3 years. These efficiency gains can translate into substantial cost savings and improved customer satisfaction, as contracts are executed faster and with less friction. Despite the benefits, organizations must be aware of potential challenges in implementing digital signatures and e-contracts. One common challenge is the resistance to change, as employees may be accustomed to traditional paper-based processes. To overcome this, organizations should conduct change management initiatives that emphasize the benefits of digital transformation and provide hands-on training to build confidence in using new technologies. Another challenge is ensuring interoperability between different digital signature solutions and e-contract platforms. Organizations often work with multiple partners and clients who may use different systems, necessitating a flexible approach that accommodates various technologies. The adoption of open standards, such as the XML Advanced Electronic Signatures or the Digital Signature Services Standards, can facilitate interoperability and ensure seamless communication between different systems. In conclusion, digital signatures and e-contracts represent powerful tools for mitigating contract risks and ensuring compliance in a digital world. By leveraging cryptographic technologies, established frameworks, and practical tools, organizations can enhance the security, efficiency, and reliability of their contract management processes. The successful implementation of these technologies requires a strategic approach that encompasses the selection of appropriate service providers, the establishment of robust policies and procedures, and the adherence to relevant legal and regulatory standards. Through careful planning and execution, organizations can harness the full potential of digital signatures and e-contracts to drive business success and maintain compliance in an increasingly digital landscape. C.